With Eva turning 1, we wanted to celebrate, but we also wanted to take count in what it took to have her, because it certainly wasn't the road that we thought it would be.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
We pretty much started like any other couple. We got married and we decided, okay, we want to start having children right as we were ending our 20s. And we just kind of thought it would be like the birds and the bees, like boom, she would come.
So we'd been told.
When a year went by, we didn't really think much of it. When more than a year went by, we started to kind of wonder, talk to our friends, track ovulations, get apps.
Tried harder
More often. But then things still weren't happening. So we finally decided we probably need to go to the doctor. Basically what you have to do is you have to go through all of these tests, and there are a series of them. And then they run them on him. Basically what you have to do is you have to get my eggs out, then you have to fertilize them. And what our doctors wanted is to then freeze them and then put them back in. So that meant a lot of pills and shots. Shots in your stomach, shots in the back part of your butt area. You basically become your own little pharmacy at home. I think it was 32 at the time. And we got 21 eggs. You have to do genetic testing. And so that got knocked us down to 3 that had decent grades and the 1 that came out indeterminate. And then of the 4, 3 were boys, 1 was a girl. And the best graded one was a boy. They grade them, the best is like a 5 AA. And so we had boy 4 AB. We didn't have any 5 AAs. We weren't that lucky, and many women aren't. So we went with our best one.
Before the transfer is when I get to change from giving her shots in the stomach to then change to giving her shots basically in her upper butt, more or less.
Progesterone and oil.
Oh yeah, and that's a nice thick one to where that
The
one
needle's like this big.
hurts and has to be massaged in. And so just having to prick her over and over and over again, it's not a job that I enjoyed, but again, it was one of those, gotta do it, where have the end results in mind.
Hello, future baby. So then we had to put the eggs in. So we put it in, you come home, we took a few days off of work, well rested, and you're hoping for the best. I waited the 2 weeks and they said, come in and, then we'll tell you. We'll do a blood test and we'll let you know.
I do unfortunately have some disappointing news.
Then they called me with the results. It didn't take all of that. You look at it. And it doesn't work. It's hard to hear that everything you put in, the baby that you hoped for wasn't there.
And I remember coming home from work that day, and I didn't know that Erin had already been on the phone with the doctor. And she's just a wreck in the room. And obviously I immediately already know, and then I'm a wreck too.
But we rebounded like most people do when they have a IVF failure, and fortunately we had more eggs. So we, I think as the competitive people we are, we were like, all right.
How long do we have to wait for the next round?
Exactly. And the choice was between 2 that were very similar, a boy and a girl. We had a boy that was a 4BA and then a girl that was a 4AB. Went in, did the blood work, came back, and again, got the phone call, and my heart just sunk because I knew again that it didn't happen. That another baby was gone. This one just never even really attached, but you see the picture of it and you start thinking about all the possibilities. Many people deal with this privately, and obviously that's a great choice. And for us, we surrounded ourselves with our family and our friends, and thank goodness we did, because we needed them. We needed them. We knew we had 2 more embryos, one again, the indeterminate, and then the one girl that was the 4AB. So we decided we were going to get more eggs out, try one more time, and if it didn't work, we were going to adopt. Long story short, all we got was 1 viable egg, a 6BB boy. So when the transfer came around, I had the choice between the 6BB boy and the 4AB girl from the first round. And I talked to that embryologist for more than an hour. And thank goodness for her, because she went over every little part of that embryo. She gave me her real opinion, and it influenced what I thought. And I really thank her for that, because it pushed me in the direction of Eva, which was our 4AB girl. I just think she sat on ice for almost a year, waiting for us. We put her in, and somehow she held on. We'll never forget that day when we took the pregnancy test before they called us, and we saw that word pregnant.
After 2 failures, you build yourself up for another one just to protect yourself. After all those tests of mock trials, didn't find anything, blood work, didn't find anything. So it's just, you figure it's just another repeat.
It's the best moment of our life at that point.
6 weeks on Wednesday.
6 weeks on Wednesday. The pregnancy from there was like any regular pregnancy.
I'm just nervous.
I had to be induced to have her, which was a long labor. But on Saturday morning,
4 o'clock in the morning.
4:11 a.m., she came into the world, popped into the world.
Early bird.
That then became the best day of our lives. We just wanted to be parents for so long. And let me be clear, we became parents the second we took out those eggs. But when you go through infertility struggles, and you finally, if you're able to have a child, you cherish literally every second of it. There's not a cry or a tantrum or a giggle that we miss. Every part of her, we're thankful for. We want to thank all of our friends and our family, again, who supported us. Mike's sister said to me very early on, when I was trying to be quiet about things, she basically told me, why? Just tell people. It's normal. And she was right. And I don't know why I needed that validation, but I'm so glad that she gave it to me. If you ever just need somebody to talk to, know we're here, because we know it's not as birds and bees as it is for others. And for those that it is, we're so happy for you. That is incredible. I wish it was like that for everyone. But if it's not for you, just know you're not alone.
Not at all.